Oh yeah, I can pull up the roadmap.
Oh, like new characters and features, yes.
We can talk about those.
I hope they give us more coupons.
Oh my god, you love those Aya emotes, don't
Yeah.
you?
Really did enjoy those little Aya emotes and a little bit of extras that we've been getting.
All right,
Like anything free the community likes, so.
I called it, by the way. What the heck? This wasn't on here before.
Oh
HPR
my
color
god!
system.
I
I
said,
think this will be really good too in teams, so you know like who's on the same team, who's not.
yeah, when you walk in as a third party, and then you're just like, wait, okay, I see like 3 people down. Who's in trouble? Who's winning this fight? And who's down for who?
Right.
Oh, and you can tell who's on whose team. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, I would hope you know who's on your team, because generally the color for who's on your team is the same anyways.
No, I mean like not on your team, but on other teams. Now
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
okay,
like
th-
those
If-
two
if-
guys aren't on the same team.
Aren't on the same team? Are those
It
3 guys
happens to
walking
us-
up that look like they're looting or actually coming to kill me potentially?
It happens to us so often where we'll kill like 3 people. Be like, wait, they weren't on the same team. It's a nightmare.
Hopefully it comes sooner, but they currently have it slated for August, the beginning of
Like,
August. So
you see a Leon coming up to you, and then you see a Cicella coming behind you, and then suddenly another Cicella pops up, and you're like, wait, which Cicella is on their team?
now you will know who's teaming. Yes, that's
Right.
the goddamn truth right there. All right, so this row right here, this is the current patch we're on. So yeah, we're not gonna discuss that. So we got Nikki coming out.
Pretty excited. I know Haru's excited
Glove
for
character,
this too.
she is adorable. I hope I look forward to it. I hope she's just not as good as Dylan though, because Dylan will always hold a special
Robbie's
place in
skin.
my heart. Oh,
Oh goodness.
we're gonna get muted for copyrighted music. Rosie's getting a new skin though. It looks really nice. Probably the best skin of the recent stuff that they've announced. New emotes, new items. That doesn't say, it's too early. New item effects. Effects stack up depending on your movement distance. So I imagine this is things like static shift from League of Legends. Effects stacks depending on movement distance. Movement speed will increase depending on number of stacks. Normal attacks will consume all stacks. Wait, what? That sounds cool. So wait, you run faster, but then when you attack, you lose all that move speed? Okay. That's cool. Okay, so, and then we're getting Thornmail.
It's like fleet footwork, but
But
the
damage instead
opposite.
of healing, yeah. And then this is Thornmail. So damage reflected and hit by normal attacks deals damage to the attacker based on their defense. I'm assuming it's the person who's getting the attack's defense. That can only be my assumption. There's no, yeah. So I mean, Magnus, max passive. Looks interesting. Tutorial improvements. It now shows
Oh,
a diagram
yay!
of their mouse and keyboard. Like, here's how you play MOBAs.
Oh my goodness.
Faster cooking time. You know what? I am down.
Jukai.
Cooking takes a long time, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Jukai buffs. I'm just saying.
Indirect Zukai buff.
Wait, the stuff they've already done. Free last will give damage to nearby players and in the same area. Yeah, this is okay. That's all stuff they've already done. So we got Nathan Pond. So 4 weeks from now, Jake predicts he's a bat character because he's got a freaking camera.
He's got a tripod.
He's got a tripod. He just beat people over the head with it.
Tell me it doesn't look like
Maybe-
Vadra.
Wait, listen. What if I told you that he might be good, baby? Maybe he might be good in team modes. Think about that.
I would assume so. It's got cameras.
Okay, so now instead of a timer for Wick, we also get a timer for Tree, Meteorite, and Wiccaline. Okay. Wait, in the scoreboard. Okay, because I know when you open the map, you can see Wiccaline timer. Okay, this is going to be really cool. So this is what, 4 weeks out. You can pick your character, your weapon, and your plan all at the same time. So
Oh, that would be very nice actually. And then you can switch a bit depending on.
yeah, if you see like if you're playing solos, right, and
There's like
like
a
Rio
million.
just came out and you see 18 Rios, so you're like, all right, you know what? Maybe I don't want to play Rio this game. But right currently you pick your character and then you load and then you see what everyone's playing. Also, if your routes are let's say you're playing Fiora, right, and you're like, I want to play two-handed sword, but there's like you only have two builds, and they spawn in two different areas, but both of them are super crowded. All right, I'll play spear this game, right, and you'll swap the weapon, which gives you different routes that you have saved, and they all like start in different areas. So that's cool.
Mhm.
What is this called? Acceleration influx perimeter. Grants temporary acceleration between areas. I'm just gonna stop right there. I already hate this. Let's see if it gets worse, because I hate people that run away. Passing through an acceleration influx perimeter, AIP, grants you increased move speed for a few seconds. After passing through it, the perimeter is disabled for a few seconds before turning back on. So reduce the time it takes to move from area to another. Will also make it difficult to get chased incessantly through multiple areas. I fucking hate this change.
I hate that.
I hate this change.
Yeah,
All people do is run away in this.
I hate
so
this
far.
with a fucking passion.
I absolutely despise it too. It's like why it's like Scuttle. It's like Scuttle, but like they don't have to take it. It's just everyone gets it for free.
God damn, dude, really?
I think it should be something where you have to preemptively like create it so that you have to like
Where it's like
I
Scuttle,
don't
where, like
know.
you hack cameras and it gives you vision. Like you hack this and it gives you move speed.
Yeah, it's like console, but a different thing other than console.
Right.
I think that's so annoying though, because like imagine if you chase someone all the way through a zone to try to kill them, and all they're doing is running away. They just get away faster. It's like, okay, well there goes like my commitment to try to get that kill with my cooldowns and stuff like that. I don't think that the devs are rewarding people who are trying to chase because they're like able to get the kill off. And this is a battle royale, and it's really unfortunate to just see people running away like that.
You know what it does do though? It actually improves. I think it improves Adriana chase.
Right.
Your teammates can get to them faster, and it just I think it improves Adriana chase potential, which I don't like.
I think it's good for I think it's good for people who are trying to escape. It's also good for your teammates who are coming up as well. If it's a solo, it's really good for ratters.
Adding new NPC, Alpha and Omega. 2 types of androids will be launched. New NPC used along with Wicker Line. So I don't know if this means like some games the robots will spawn and some games Wick will spawn, or if it means like Wick spawns an avenue, right? Or like and then it'll walk around based on zones. Maybe the robots spawn in forest, right? The same time as Wick. So I don't know what it says when it says used along with Dr. Wickline. So it'll either be like one or the other, or it'll spawn also with Wick.
I honestly think I would hope that it would be like both would spawn together, and then you'd get one robot in forest, one robot in
Cemetery.
cemetery, and then Wickline in avenue.
But the thing is, like when zones close, because think about this, Wickline is a late game kind of Baron, right? That you want to get.
What if the robots
So,
give you like
like-
a shield that like recovers when out of
Or-
combat? It's like you get a
or
300
maybe-
HP barrier.
or maybe they make Wick harder to take because there's the Alpha and Omega.
I think Wick is
Yeah, or
just
it's
too
a-
easy to take right now.
I think it's just like a lesser. I feel like it should be like a lesser Wick, where like okay, you can't get first place because first place got Wick, but maybe you can get second place because you get these robots,
Or
right?
Omega. Okay.
So like there's actually a clear distinction between second and third place.
This one I do like. I remember I've read this one before. So for 2 seconds, you're unable to use skills or attacks or take damage. You are only able to move. This is after you hyperloop. So after you teleport, you're invulnerable to
Put that
damage.
on.
You're unable to use your skills or attack though, and you cannot take damage for 2 seconds. You're only able to move around for 2 seconds. So this avoids people instantly you're playing Hyunwoo. Oh my god, someone started teleporting and they're gonna show up right next to you. You immediately stun them into the wall. Well, now this means Hyunwoo is still there, right? In that situation, he still is like, oh my god, someone TP'd right here. Now you have to like follow them and play this mind game for 2 seconds of like, okay, where do I stand? Like, how do I get away from this wall? And Hyun Woo still has the same opportunity, right? He's like, okay, well, I can probably still get this stun based on like, cut off the escape, predict where they're gonna go. But at least it's like there's a fighting chance kind of thing.
Or if you teleport with your team, you can get to your team possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, okay, I actually, what if I said I don't like this? The only reason why I'm not really a big fan of this is because when you take teleports, you know the risks of taking the teleports and such like that. I feel like being punished for taking certain teleports as well, like risky teleports, you should be punished as well. But the thing is, like, if you're not going to be able to be punished for the 2 seconds, you're able to move away, you're able to do certain things. I don't know how exactly I feel about that. I mean,
I think it doesn't change if you're grouped up as a 3-man and someone teleports into you. I think that person is gonna die no matter what.
Yeah,
But
true.
in the situation where there's a Hyun Woo there, it's a 1v1. Well, now there's a fighting chance. It's because when you're outnumbered, you're still gonna die. In a like in a 1v1 perspective, I like it better. In team modes, yeah, it's still risky to teleport because if you teleport into a team as a solo, like you should die, right? And I still think that's gonna happen. But I think in the case where you teleport in a zone that has a team, but they're not necessarily all standing together, this gives you a better chance.
I will say, food truck in that tournament would have definitely won more games if this thing was in effect.
yeah, that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
too.
I think more people would have teleported though if that was in play though.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we already saw HP bar colors for team modes. We have Jan, the kickboxer. I'm not super excited for him.
I'm not excited for him either, to be honest.
But the next character,
Unless he brings a new
The
weapon.
next character, though, I'm excited for this one.
I'm stoked. She got biddies and she doesn't have a weapon and she looks like a psychic.
Oh my gosh.
She's pretty.
She looks like she floats. Is she floaty?
Here, I'll double check.
It looks like she floats.
No,
Oh, looks
got
like
the
she's
shadow.
standing. Yeah. By the way, will you be getting the Rosy skin, Taro?
Absolutely. That skin is gorgeous.
And you have James from Team Rocket.
James.
I think they changed his name.
His hair got longer. So he uses scissors, which I'm just assuming are daggers.
Probably dual sword.
Dual dagger? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, probably that's probably dual swords potentially.
Yeah, probably dual sword.
What is? I don't know why this is your number of available items in here.
I think they're just trying to double check it to make sure there's still enough loot for everyone.